Hello and welcome to Downtime Podcast, episode 165. Alyssa's still out today, guys. Again, she'll be back in June. She didn't leave the podcast permanently. She'll be coming back. But today I have an awesome guest with me, JP. JP, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. Man, this your first time on the podcast. We met last year. Turned out we went to the same high school, different classes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy. Small world, right?
It is a small world. Seriously, what the heck?
Yeah. So today, it's gonna be a regular podcast. I'm not doing like a streamer style interview, but yeah, man. You know, it's summer's around the corner. It's getting a lot warmer over here in the Bay Area. You're more northeast Bay-ish. I'm like San Francisco proper, so I get a lot more of the cool side. But
Yeah, it's hot.
You get
It's hot.
you get the heat for sure. For sure. And how are you handling that? Do you like heat?
Oh, I hate it. I'm born in I'm a summer baby, and I feel like I should have been born in like the winter. I just I always say this: you cannot remove your skin. I can put on clothing, I just can't remove my skin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. That's the one thing you can't take out. And you know, I think that's just the nature of how inland that area is. It also is bordering a coast. Like you do have some water nearby, but you still get a lot of heat.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I could be at the waterfront and it could still be like 100 degrees, and it's the worst feeling to see the cold water and like I can't do anything about this.
Dude, right? It's ridiculous. And meanwhile, I'm here that basically on like a peninsula, and it's just flanked by cold wind, fog every day. Some days it's hot, which I enjoy, but I gotta say I do enjoy the cold in San Francisco. I do enjoy the cooler weather because I didn't grow up with a lot of cool weather because I'm from the same area you're in, so I grew up with that climate, the Mediterranean climate. But in San Francisco, it's always like cooler. It's always a little bit I guess cloudy is the term I'm trying to think of. But
yeah, yep, no, yeah, I agree.
there's a Netflix show, something I forgot. It's Somebody Feed Craig, I think is his name. Somebody Feed Phil. Somebody Feed Phil. Have you heard of that show on Netflix?
No, I have not.
There's a guy named Phil. He's like a comedian, and he goes to San Francisco for an episode because he goes around the world trying food. And he goes to San Francisco like on a really sunny day, and the person he's with that is like touring him around is like, "Oh yeah, it's like this every day." Because Phil's like, "Oh wow, it's so beautiful today." He's like, "Yeah, it's like this every day." I'm like, "Dude, you're such a liar."
That's lies.
Yeah, I'm like, every day it's cloudy in San Francisco, but that one day they were filming, it was all sunny. I was like, come on, man. But you know, aside from the heat, you know, we've been getting our COVID shots. I got my first one last week. Was feeling a bit fatigued, but I think that was the only symptom. But you're fully vaccinated, right, JP?
I am. Yeah. It would be like 3 weeks since my second shot, and man, you got Pfizer, right?
I did.
Yeah, Pfizer gang. What should we call it? Yeah, when I got my first shot, I didn't really feel anything. It was just like soreness where the shot is and stuff like that. And then like I think that's what almost everyone felt. But the second shot, man, I called in sick. Like I actually had to call in sick for work.
Oh wow.
I had a fever for like half of the day and some chills, but then luckily it subsided. But then like for 2 days straight, it felt like I had a hangover.
Oh wow. Seriously?
Yeah. That's what it felt like to me. A lot of people are just like, I don't know what you're talking about the hangover. So I don't know. Maybe that's a unique thing for me. Maybe it was just, hey, you need to get hydrated.
Uh-huh.
sort of deal. So I know that's one of the things you're supposed to do when you take the shot is to make sure you're hydrated and things like that. So
Wow. Yeah. I bought a bunch of Gatorade in
mm,
preparation for my second shot. So
that's a good idea.
hopefully all goes well because I heard you're gonna lose electrolytes when that happens.
Yeah, you gotta definitely want hydrated and allergy medicines. What I heard is what people do. So
Oh, okay. I have two of those things, so I think I'm good. But did you need those things? Did you ever did you drink Gatorade or allergy medicine? Did you
no,
do that?
I just no, I made sure that I was hydrated
Mm.
when before and after and like during the whole thing, but that's about it. Like I didn't expect to get that big of a reaction. So luckily it came out. I wasn't because I know some people who were like out for like 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like oof. I felt sorry. I felt bad for them.
I know, man. I feel like I'm gonna take it bad, so I actually I took 2 days off preemptively. Like I requested 2 days off just in case, because I don't know how I'm gonna react. I just feel like I'm gonna react poorly. That's all.
Well, hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, I know, right? Here's the hoping. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I got a book ready. Like, I might be in bed all day just reading. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna feel, but
Nice. What book
yeah,
are you
yeah.
reading?
So I have two books. Have you heard of The Ride of a Lifetime by Robert Iger?
No.
It's so maybe you know him as Bob Iger, the former chairman CEO of Disney.
Oh, there you go. Yep. No. Yeah. Yeah. Lessons
Yeah.
learned from 15 years as CEO of Walt Disney Company.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Have
don't
you
know why
read
you
it?
know. No, but I don't know why you
You
know
know
the
the full
title.
title. um that book I have ready because it's like honestly like it I feel like I can breeze through it pretty quickly because it's such a good read. Like I'm engaged with the book and I don't want to finish it yet because it's so good because he goes on about how he's starting up like Shanghai Disney and talks about his relationship and friendship with Steve Jobs, and it's just so fascinating. You know, he's such an interesting guy. um and then the book after that I'm waiting to read is called Iwata Asks, or Ask Iwata, sorry. But the book by former late CEO of Nintendo,
Mm. Hmm.
Satoru Iwata. Dude, oh my god. What a crazy guy. What an awesome, wholesome, crazy guy. And I can't wait to read that one.
One of the good guys,
Yeah.
definitely, especially his work ethic
Yeah,
and things
dude.
like
Gone
that.
too
Yeah,
soon. Man.
he's the one that took like when there was whatchamacallit, he gave up part of his money, right? Didn't he, to pay for certain people?
Yep,
Like
that's
he didn't
right.
take the raise, right? Like he
Yep.
decided not to take the raise so that the money can be distributed.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't see
He's a
that
real one.
many, not that many CEOs do that.
Seriously, he's a real one. Oh, so cool. He'll be missed for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But what about you? Any books? Any books you're reading now?
I am like, so I don't read. I
Mm-hmm.
like listening to audiobooks.
Still counts?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's look out. Yeah, I started Dune and I
Nice.
immediately stopped because of how confusing the first chapter was. Like the name dropping of like here's the locations, here are the names, here's like all the political like situations going on in the world. I'm like I need to stop. And
mm,
then
mm.
so I after that I actually finished Ready Player 2,
Ooh, nice.
the
Nice.
sequel to
Yeah.
Ready Player 1, and I enjoyed it. I think if you liked Ready Player 1, you will like the sequel. Um, of course, read the book because if you watch the movie, they change a lot of things in the movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
for example, spoilers: one of the five die in the book. So
Oh, cool. Wow. That's
yeah, one of
cool.
them die in the book, but they didn't die in the movie. So that's a little
Hmm.
thing about it.
It's if you want to find that out, you got to read the book. I
You
don't
gotta read.
know. I'll figure it out.
You gotta read that, and then I'm currently still reading New Dawn, Star Wars: A New Dawn. It's the prequel to Rebels, kind of. You
Oh.
learn a little bit about you learn a little bit more about Hera and oh my gosh, the name uh I forget the name.
Uh,
Cassandra. Oh,
the dude, right?
the dude, the
Yeah.
Jedi.
Oh my god, what's his name? Oh, this is so bad. I know his name too.
Hold on.
I know what he looks like.
Let me look at my Funko Pops. Kanan.
Sure. Kanan Jarrus. There we go.
Yes.
God damn. Hey, Star Wars fans, we're sorry.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man. And then I'm also reading Star Wars Light of the Jedi, which is so good.
Yeah.
Light of the Jedi, I think, is one of my favorite. It's the series that takes place before everything. So like it shows like the Jedi at their like true form, like at their highest moments.
Oh,
like,
peak
that
Jedi
era. Yeah, that there. And I believe it's before Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, dude,
So
that's sick.
Yeah, it takes place before. I believe it takes place before all that. Don't quote me. I'm sorry against Star Wars fans. I'm a fan.
No, but dude, yes, I'm down. I'm down to read those. Like those sound really cool. I read the Thrawn trilogy growing up because it was just available in my school's library, my middle school's library. It was weird, I gotta say. It was just like, some young adult novels like Aragon, and then right next to it was the Thrawn trilogy, and you wouldn't think that like, oh, I'll pick that up and read it. Like it's a Star Wars book, right? Like who reads Star Wars books? Your boy did because it was cool.
Heck yeah.
Have you read those before? The Timothy Zahn original trilogy novels?
No, I have not. I've just started like getting into the Star Wars books.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I have a list. So
Oh man, like
Thrawn is one of them.
Dude, yes, all the old like EU stuff that got like that was before it got cut was like it's just so good. Like it's not cohesive with the movies at all because it just goes everywhere. Like Luke gets cloned, the Emperor Palpatine comes back 3 times. It's weird, but it's fun. Yeah. So, speaking of Star Wars and stuff, you're a collector of things, not just Star Wars, but collector of things overall. And in the short time that I've known you and we've become fast friends, I feel like I've learned a lot about you. It's fun. It's weird, you guys. We actually haven't met in person. We have yet to meet together.
We probably met for like a brief second at school, even though I graduated after you.
Yeah,
I could have been on campus and you were there. That could have happened.
Right,
Who knows?
We didn't know each other. We didn't like if we could go back in time to that moment. You're like, "Yo, Dead by Daylight." People are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
What?
What's going on? Why do they know each other? Like, because like you would never think that we would know each other back then, but now it totally does make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Tattoo, aka Matt, who introduced us. And going back to it. So, what got you into collecting, and what do you collect?
The collecting thing, I didn't really collect until probably maybe like 5-6 years ago. Like I wasn't really into the collecting world, probably because I didn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
Not probably. That's the reason why.
Yeah, for sure.
If I had money, I would. But it started, like, to be perfectly honest, it started with Funko Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Like I started collecting a lot of Funko Pops. I'm looking at my wall right now. I believe I don't have like I say I don't have that much compared to like people that I know, but I believe I have like roughly around 60 Funko Pops.
From different franchises.
I'm looking at them right now. I collect mostly Disney, Star Wars,
Right.
D&D stuff. That's my main focus. Like I'm currently trying to get all the Rebels Funko Pops, which are they don't make them anymore. So I'm like I'm trying to find people to get them. Luckily, I have a friend that owns a Funko store, Beehive Collectibles.
Hey, no, you can plug it. Shout out to that guy. What was it called? Yeah. No, let people know.
Oh yeah, Beehive Collectibles. He's based in Sac. His name is Av. He's a really cool dude.
Shout out to Av and Beehive Collectibles. That's awesome. That's sick, dude.
Beehive Collectibles, Beehive Midtown. They refer to both of them. They're based in Sacramento.
It's quite the drive from your area, though. It's like what an hour.
It is
and a
quite
half.
a drive, but it's worth it. I like that. I like that shop. But yeah, I collect a lot of those. But I primarily do a lot of Disney because I'm a huge fan of Disneyland. I was one
So
of those
yeah, so
those
let's talk
people.
about that real quick. So
Okay.
yeah, what was your experience like there, and what got you into that, and how did you become a diehard Disney fan slash Disneyland fan?
I mean, I've been pretty much a diehard Disney fan since like little. Like I remember, I remember buying the old VHS tapes and
Oh
things
yeah.
like that. I will watch them on repeat. Like Bambi, was one of my favorite ones ever. Like my favorite Disney character is Thumper, um, because I just like bunnies. Um,
Hey.
but like, yeah, I've been just a huge fan of Disneyland or Disney. I didn't really go to Disneyland that much when I was a kid. I remember going there like maybe once or twice. It wasn't until like I would be with my youth group, and there was a convention that would happen right next to Disneyland, and so we would go there on one of the days, like spend the night there, and then later on, once I had like money, I was actually an annual pass holder for like 5 years until they canceled it, like
I
last year.
I didn't know they canceled that. Wow.
Yeah, there is no annual pass in Disneyland right now. I am what you call a legacy pass holder.
Okay. What do you
That's
get from that?
discounts when you're there. So
Oh.
as it's been fun using that 30% discount. It hasn't. I haven't gone yet.
I mean, it makes sense that you haven't gone yet because of the whole
Yeah.
situation, but you're fully
Mhm.
vaxxed. I mean,
I'm
that's
going in
awesome.
July.
There you go. Hey, there
Yeah,
you go. That's
and
awesome.
during the time I had an annual pass, I was quote unquote part of the Disney gangs.
Uh-huh. So tell me
So
about
if
those.
yeah, so if you don't see them anymore, I doubt they've kind of subsided in the past couple of years. But if you back in the day, if you ever went to Disneyland and you notice these people wearing like biker vests with yeah, blue like jean biker vests, and on the back they have like their logo and everything of whatever group they're part of. Those are social clubs, Disney social clubs, but people refer to them as gangs because we decided to, because we thought the biker vests were like the way to go, so that's why we were called gangs.
Makes
And
sense.
we would just roam around as a group, and then we would find other people who are part of social clubs, hang out with them, and then like there's to the point where like when I was there, like when I did the 24-hour Disneyland, I went to the last one before they canceled it because they realized how insane it is to stay in Disneyland for 24 hours.
Oh wow, I didn't know that was a thing. What the
Yeah,
heck?
yeah.
What?
I was in Disneyland and California Adventure for 20 hours. We went out of the park to take a rest, but I was there
How
for
was
20
that?
hours.
What's that like?
It is insane. I'll tell
Wow.
you that. It is because let's put it this way. We were in Disneyland right when it opened. We were in the park walking around at 8 a.m. and at 10 a.m. they closed Disneyland because they reached capacity.
Wow.
And so yeah, so they reached capacity. I believe California Adventure soon afterwards reached capacity. And like if you left Disneyland California Adventure, it was like a minimum 2 to 3 hour wait to get back in.
Oh wow.
And then yeah, like it's an experience because it like one of my fondest memories is eating a turkey leg at 3 o'clock in the morning, right under at that time California Screaming.
What? That's crazy.
Like just eating a turkey, like I'm here at 3 a.m. in the morning and California Screaming is going, and I'm just like, this is insane. What's happening right now?
At 3 o'clock in the morning, was it still crowded like it was at like
Oh
9 p.m.?
yes, it was
Wow.
packed. It was still super packed. Also, it didn't help out that there was freaking grad night going on, so there were like
Oh,
certain areas that were barricaded because that's where grad night is. You're not allowed to go in there
that's messed
and
up.
things like yeah. So it's just like, oh okay, I wanted to go get some ice cream at Ghirardelli, but that's where all the seniors are. Like, guess we can't go there.
That's insane. I've never heard of this. This is my first time hearing
Yeah,
of something.
it was
Wow.
the last one it's the last one they'd done
Oh
because like I
wow.
said, it was a nightmare in terms of like waiting in line and things like I honestly in those 24 hours I only rode one ride. We rode a Haunted Mansion.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
the rest of it was just roaming around because I was with the other social clubs, so we were just roaming around, just talking and stuff.
Right.
I have a pin from that day, which I believe is actually pretty expensive since it's the last one. It was the last one they've done, so yeah.
Gotta keep
because
that.
it was the theme was dopey. Like
Oh, okay.
like
What
Dopey
a
was the
theme.
mascot of the 24-hour Disneyland. Like yeah, because like after 24 hours we're all a little dopey, so that's why he was the mascot of like that event.
That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. So all social clubs, it sounds like what I'm gathering are it's not just matching t-shirts. Like you guys can have matching like track jackets if you wanted to. Just matching something, right?
The rule was not the rule, but I guess it was a rule. Like we had to be like to distinguish ourselves. It was a the jean vests. Like that's the one thing that would identify us as a social club. Other
Right.
people would wear stuff like tracksuits and everything like that, but they weren't officially called a social club by like everyone else.
Got it. Got it. I see. And did Disney officially endorse these social clubs?
Oh no, they totally did
Ah,
not. This
got it.
they It was something like they never like encouraged, but it just happened.
Right. Right. I see. And
Yeah,
do you
because
still?
if because
Yeah.
like eventually there were some controversies between like to be perfectly honest, like social clubs, like yeah, like they would butt heads. Like people would like there are certain social clubs that
Oh.
didn't hang out with certain social clubs
Oh
because of like
Jesus.
there's like inside like there was some like arguments between people. It was just like to the point where like come on, dude, or like I'm bagging on it. Whatever. I'm not part of it anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
Go on. Go on.
it's just more like there's also like an elitism between social clubs. Like
Mm,
I can bring some friends with me who aren't part of the social club, and then people would just ignore them. And I'm just like, come on,
what?
what's the point of going to Disneyland if you're not like accepting of everybody? Because then that doesn't make any sense to me. Whenever like
Right.
I would like my rule was whenever I'm wearing the vest, I'm making sure like if anyone talks to me, I'm always kind. I'm always willing to talk to people. Like one of the
Sure.
things people do with the vest is you would pin up like you would wear all the pins like you would buy in Disneyland or whatever you would find. And
Hmm.
I there would be occasions where like kids will come up to me and ask me if I can see them, and I would literally stop what I'm doing, turn to them, like go down on one knee to like talk to them face to face and like show them off like here's this, which one's your favorite character? Like I make sure to interact with them, like
Mm.
give them an experience, because then I don't want to be those people who are just like, oh, can I see your pins? Like nah, and walk away. Like that doesn't make sense, because you're kind of also representing Disneyland at that point. You're kind of
Right. Right.
repping like yeah, repping their whole like motto and everything. So I was like I made sure like I went beyond my way to make sure I was kind to everybody, and I'm usually antisocial, but when I wore that vest, I made sure like everyone that talked to me got a chance to like say hi, and I got to know them and things like that. And I also like would give away like pins and stuff if I had extras. Like there was this one where like this little kid wanted like a Star Wars pin, and I knew I had an extra one, so I gave it to him. And the look in his eyes when I gave him that
Oh.
pin was priceless. Like I
Oh.
clearly remember that still, and I remember like the mom looking at me is like, you didn't have to do that. I was like, no, he can totally have that. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like yeah, he like I'm totally fine with this and everything like that. So like I just made a Disney memory for a little kid that I probably will never see
Yo.
ever again, but that kid will always have that memory of like that one guy who gave him a pin.
One day on Reddit, that person's gonna be like, "Shout out to that guy that gave me that pin all those years ago," and you're like, "Oh shit!" It's like I want to meet you and find you and thank you in person. Like you never
That's
know that
me.
you changed someone's life almost. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
crazy. Wow, hey, you're a real one, JP. You're a real one.
Yeah, dude. It's part of the thing when you join a social club. Like you're supposed to
Yeah,
be social.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Right. That's the point. No, for sure. Do you still keep in touch with anybody from your old social club?
I do. Yeah, I do keep up with them. I keep up with a bunch of people that made friends in SoCal. Usually when I go down there, like I let them know that I'm coming. like so that
Oh,
they like it's just like, hey, we can finally meet up again. Especially now, like I'm going with a bunch of friends in July, and
yes.
I've told a bunch of people already that who are down there, like, hey, I'm coming down there, so let's go hang out and things like that. So
Dude, yes. Do it, man. That's awesome. That's so sick.
hmm
Um, so we totally derailed from collecting, but to continue the Disneyland talk, uh, how do you want to go to international Disneyland parks?
oh oh hell yeah. Um, my main goal is to go to Tokyo Disney.
Oh,
That's the one I want
yes.
to go. I want to go to Tokyo Disney the most, and then China. Like I think that Shanghai Disney, and then I don't know. I mean, I would go to Disneyland in Europe, but it's just like I would go there for the raves because apparently like that's where Disneyland has like EDM.
Oh, that's
Like they
sick.
have an EDM concert there in Euro Disney.
That makes
Um,
sense. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I definitely want to go to like Tokyo Disneyland is the my main one I want to go to because
Yes.
I haven't been to Japan yet, so that's partly the reason why I want to go. But yeah, definitely Disney World. I want to go, but it's Florida.
Yeah, Orlando is like this weird little bubble that where as long as you go to Disney World, everything is fine. I heard that everything outside of Disney World in Orlando is like meh or weird.
Yeah.
And I heard just sticking to the Disney area in Orlando is like the safest thing you can do. So, I mean, I went once when I was younger, and I remember all of it vividly, and it was awesome. Uh, and I only remember going there. I remember going from the airport to Disney World and then going back after we finished all our festivities. And I don't remember anything else about Orlando, so
No,
I can't say.
that's probably a good thing then.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't go outside the park or the parks like area because you know all the parks are like in one giant area. So never left that whole area and would probably never do that if I ever go back to Disney World. But honestly, I don't think I would ever go back to Disney World. To be honest, like
hmm
I enjoy Disneyland a lot, and I really liked Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah, the
um,
only reason why I would go to Disney World right now is because I want to ride the Tron roller coaster, and that's the only place
oh,
besides Shanghai that will have it.
right, that's right. That's so true,
Yeah,
man. I gotta ride that too. That sounds so fun. I've seen the videos and I'm like, oh, these videos don't do it justice. I'm sure it's much
exactly.
more fun.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, dude, I think you'll really like Tokyo Disneyland. It doesn't have Indiana Jones. It has Indiana Jones and Tokyo Disney Sea, the adjacent park.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it's so I don't know why they moved it, but they moved it, and
Hmm.
yeah, I've been to Disney Sea twice now, and the food is amazing. The uh, the area is so unique and cool. I gotta say though, like I think that the rides are better in Disney Sea, mainly because they market Disney Sea as more for an older audience, whereas Disneyland is more for a younger audience. But again, like I think it's all just
Ah.
objective. But like, cause like
Okay.
there's better rides in my opinion for adults to enjoy at Disney Sea. Cause like there's a whole like Jules Verne section, and like nobody know, like kids don't know who Jules Verne is, especially in Japan. They're like, who's Jules Verne? Like,
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. There's like a huge volcano in the middle of Disney Sea. There's like a 20,000 leagues under the sea ride. And there's also like a roller coaster that's a combination of like Test Track from Disney World, as well as like the Cars ride from California Disney.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, yeah. So you have the California Adventure aspect in there too, with like the ride using the same mechanics. Um, yeah, I mean, I think you'll like it a lot. It's cool. There's also alcoholic beverages in Disney
Oh heck
Sea,
yeah.
which they don't have in Disneyland, if I'm not mistaken.
They're gonna. They
Oh,
announced they're gonna do alcoholic beverages in
oh
Disneyland.
hell yeah, dude!
I
I
forget where exactly, but they said there's gonna be an area for alcoholic beverages. So
like beer. Are we talking about like beer or
yeah,
anything? Oh, dude,
like beer and stuff. Because in
that's awesome.
California they already have it. So you can buy beer, you can buy drinks, you can buy drinks.
Hell yeah.
Um, I've gotten drunk in Disney before. The thing you would do is you would go to California Adventure, get an alcoholic drink, and then you would just like if you had it in a Disneyland cup already, like when there was one time I went to the Mad Tea Party, which I wish they still had a California Adventure. It was one of my favorite things there. The Mad Tea Party was pretty much Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter, and then like the other people from Alice in Wonderland, and they were a cover band.
What? That's awesome.
The Mad Hatter and Alice were the hosts, and they would sing songs and things like that, and then you would there would be places to buy drinks and everything like that, and so I would buy drinks, and then since I was an annual pass holder, we just walked over to Disneyland, and they didn't care.
Dude, that's awesome.
So it was
that's
just
so
fun,
cool.
just drinking. It's like, well, I'm in Disneyland right now, and this seems extremely illegal,
Oh
but they just let us through. So I was like, okay.
I just imagine you all like drunk-eyed and some kids like, hi, I like your pins. You're like, yeah, I like them too. You just keep walking. Oh man, dude, that's awesome. That's so cool. So I'm a Disney fan, obviously. And then going back to the collecting part of all this, you focus on the Disney stuff. And so Funko Pops are what you collect a lot. Anything else aside from Funko Pops?
Yeah, Funko Pops is what I collect. I'm an avid pin collector. I have a lot of like Disney, Star Wars pins as well. I collect specifically there's this guy whose name is Rebel Art Design. I collect a lot of stuff from him. He makes some really amazing Star Wars pieces.
Oh.
And then I also collect lightsabers.
Hey, I didn't know you had a bunch of lightsabers. That's cool.
I currently have 2. The one I built in Savi's workshop in Batu, aka Galaxy's Edge.
Ooh.
And I also have one that is a replica of Obi-Wan's lightsaber, which I didn't get from Disneyland because I kind of liked how this one acted more in terms of the lightsaber sounds and everything, like the motion control and things like that. Like all the legacy lightsabers that they're selling in Galaxy's Edge look amazing. They just released Leia's lightsaber, and I'm just like,
whoa!
I really want it. Yeah, Leia's lightsaber is the newest edition. I know, like right after the last Star Wars movie, they released Rey's lightsaber, the yellow one. And yeah, like I know in July I'm gonna be spending some money there.
You gotta save up, man.
Oh, I've been.
Oh, that's right. You're stuck inside. You can't go have anywhere to go.
I have an account that I've been saving for like ever since I became a legacy holder. Like I was like, this is the money I'm saving up to when I go to Disneyland.
Dude,
I know I'm gonna be spending
awesome.
some money there.
Dude, oh my god. Okay, that's exciting. And when are they gonna? There's that leak about like the lightsabers that have like the blade coming out of the hilt.
It's gonna be released. Right now they're only saying in Disney World.
What?
When the Star Wars hotel is built.
What?
Because that place is gonna be freaking amazing.
Star Wars hotel in Disney World?
They're making a Star Wars hotel in Disney World. They're making one here, I believe, in Disneyland too. I don't know why it's specifically. I'm guessing Disney World's gonna open first. But the hotel is its own experience. Like you start off like in the shuttle bay, like that's the first floor, and then you get your passports. You get passports.
What the heck?
Because when you enter the hotel, it's supposed to be like an entire sequence. Like you're supposed to be in a shuttle and you get launched to the hotel because the hotel's supposed to be in space.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like there'll be like character meet and greet, stuff like that. You'll see like all the Star Wars people there. There's supposed to be like a mini adventure depending on things you do. So kind of like what they did in Galaxy's Edge, from what I've been hearing, like the AR stuff that you can do in Galaxy's Edge will be also in the hotels.
Wow, that's crazy. So I'm guessing this hotel is probably going to be canon to the Star Wars universe too.
I believe it's supposed to be canon. I believe that if they're basing it like in Batu, so it will take place between episodes 8 and 9.
What? That's so cool, dude. That's awesome. Man, I got my
because Batu is literally time locked in between 8 and 9. So
Okay.
that's the reason why, like, if you ever go there, you won't see anyone from the prequels um
Ah.
there, because it's not part of the timeline, and more than likely it might break because people are saying the Mandalorian's going to be there, so
Oh.
which takes place after, or takes place in between 5 and 6, so,
Right.
or
Right.
6 and 7.
Right.
There's too many of them. It's a
I
lot to
know, right?
remember.
Yeah, yeah, right. So, so that means you'll never see Darth Vader there, and he's only going to be in Tomorrowland because like Tomorrowland is like basically Star Wars ish now, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Because Star Tours is still there. They're never going to move that, right? They're always going to
They're
have it in
not. They're
Tomorrowland.
not gonna move it. They can't move the Batu because it's not canon.
Right. And plus, Star Tours is kind of not canon either because you go from like Geonosis with like Jango Fett to like the Death Star battle. Like it's
And
crazy.
then yeah, and then next thing you know, you're gonna see Finn and wondering where you're at. Like, how come you're here and stuff like that. Plus, I'm not a fan of that ride, to be perfectly honest. I get motion sickness on that ride.
Yeah, I honestly like I liked it before the 3D. Like I totally get why they have 3D because they're trying to be, new and all
Yeah.
that, but the 3D is the part that makes me sick too. When they didn't have it, the old ride actually wasn't motion sick because of that, but I think the 3D just added everything and heightened everything to like 10, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, oh god. I do like the concept though. I think it's really fun and cool, but it makes me sick.
Yeah. I love the idea of Star Tours. Is I can't ride it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But again, like I would write it once and then maybe it towards the end of the day because I don't want to be sick for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
Like last ride, let's go.
exactly.
But yeah, so that's cool. And to kind of add to your collecting thing, I know that you're a big Evangelion fan, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah.
So how much stuff of that franchise do you have?
To be perfect, like, I only have those action figures. Though, I have 4 Evangelion units from the World Ends with You part. I don't know. There's so many iterations of Evangelion that they've all like sort of meld together.
Right.
But
Right.
I think it's the World Ends with You. I think that's the one specifically where I have the action figures from. And then I've pre-ordered the Godzilla Eva Unit 1.
Nice, which is awesome.
Which is freaking amazing. And then I have another like piece that I've pre-ordered, which comes out, which it's a whatchamacallit, it's a designer toy, which is another
Ooh.
genre of toys that I have been introduced to, and I have unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, have started purchasing things from that quote unquote area.
If I understand this correctly, designer toys are like super expensive collectibles or toys that you buy that are limited run and also are like highly detailed that you just keep on a shelf, right? In a certain way.
And
okay.
Yeah, and they usually, like, they're called designer toys because it's literally made by a designer, and they are the ones who produce it themselves.
Got it.
Yeah, I have a couple of Sunes from this really cool artist. Her name is Valor and Vellum, also known as Priscilla. She's on Twitch and everything like that.
Shout out to her.
She's yeah, I have 2 of her. She has a design called Sune, which is a really cool, like, cute looking figure, and I've collected those. I'm starting to collect those, and there's like a bunch coming out soon, which I kind of want to get, but I know I'm not going to get them because I never get them. I have to get them from another source.
right, because like you have to enter something to get it, right?
Yeah, you have to enter to get in, or you have to be like, oh, we've only made 5, so it's first come first serve, and I'm usually not. I don't have the magic touch when it comes to those things, like being on the site correctly on time to purchase things. Like, I'm always bad at it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I cannot like wake up early enough to get certain things. I just don't have the timing to get those like things like that. Like not just collectibles, but like stuff in general, like concert tickets. Like I just never have luck when it comes to stuff like that.
Yep. Same with me.
Cool, man. But that's awesome. Like I learned so much about what you've been collecting and like spending money on stuff. Like, man, if you ever move though, like that's gonna be crazy to pack all that stuff.
Oh, it will be, and I know. Yeah, I'm ready to like trying to figure it out. Like I know I'm gonna eventually move out, and so I need to figure out how many boxes are I need to get specifically just for Funkos.
Right, and you need like
Like
certain packing materials too.
yeah, like packing materials, and then like making sure like insuring the packages and things like that and stuff
Oh
like
my
that. Because
god.
I have Funko Pops that are worth in the hundreds.
Yeah, dude, you got to keep that safe, man.
Yeah, so I have a bunch that are like they're pretty expensive. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna make sure they stay that way.
Right? No scuffs, no marks, no damage.
Yeah. That's my
Jeez.
child's college tuition.
Hey, looking forward. I like it. I like it.
I'm looking forward for whenever that will happen.
um okay, so let's talk about video games now.
All right,
I
let's.
mean, we so you know, we talked a lot about Disneyland and Disney stuff, but now we're going to move on to the gaming portion. So when I first met you, we were playing Phasmophobia, and after that, we just started playing a lot of stuff together.
Oh yeah.
So, a lot of the games that we're going to talk about, guys, are things that we have played together because we do play video games quite often together. But yeah, what about you? What are you playing? What are you playing, JP?
Well, because of you, we're playing Apex.
Literally before we started this podcast.
We were playing a couple of games of Apex. Yep. I swore that I would never play that game again. I was like, I will never play this game. I played it like the first 2 seasons, and then I was like, nah, I'm done with this game. I got so mad at the game. I was like, I'm never gonna play this again. And then one day we're just like, hey, you guys want to play Apex?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, fine. And now we're back in it.
Yep, we're back in it. We did play some Warzone, some Call of Duty Warzone once, and that was fun and frustrating, I gotta say.
Yeah, we played Spellbound.
Spellbound, yeah. It's just another battle royale.
Which is funny because I've been playing that like by myself.
How is it? How is it?
I'm enjoying it. I actually think the whole magic aspect I think is the reason why I'm really into it, because you're just casting spells and stuff like that. I think that's why I'm super into it.
Dude, I want to play some. Yeah. Dude, I'd be down to play with you again. Like, that was fun. Yeah. That one time we won. Our first game together, we won.
Yeah, our first battle royale in that game, we won it.
Like, I'm proud. I was proud of this. I was like, dude, let's go.
Yep. Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, we played Dead by Daylight. I think that's the one we played the most.
Yeah. I think when I found out that you played DBD, I was just coming off of my DBD, hiatus, but also I was still feeling kind of burned out. But then when I found out you played DBD, I was like, dude, if another person plays, like someone new that plays DBD with me, I think I would feel rejuvenated. And so I think that's been kind of our staple. JP is just DBD. Like that's the thing that's a constant, because I feel like it'll be due time, but I think we're gonna get tired of Apex and all these battle royales. Like that's just the phase we're going through. You know, everybody has phases in gaming, but for me, I think DBD has always been there since 2019. And it's a thing that brings people together for me. Like if I find out someone plays DBD, I'm like, yo, let's play together someday. You know, let's do it. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like what else do we play? Like we play a lot.
Attack on Titan, Star Wars.
Attack on Titan. Oh yeah, Battlefront II.
Yeah.
That Star Wars.
Dude, I am so upset that the ultimate power mode is gone, because that was so crazy.
It was amazing to see every single hero and villain out at the exact same time.
Right? Like, fuck canon. Fuck timelines. Like, there's Luke and Rey.
There's Luke and Rey fighting Darth Vader, Darth Maul,
Count Dooku, and General Grievous.
Dooku, yeah, Grievous. Oh, and there's Kylo coming in out of nowhere. Oh, man.
The scariest thing is like going down a hallway. You see Kylo and Darth Vader. Like, okay, we gotta go.
Yeah, the scariest thing is walking down a hallway and you see 4 red lightsabers. Like, nope.
Like we gotta leave now. We gotta go.
Run away. And then the Emperor is there. Like, well, I'm screwed.
You're like, oh, a blue and a green lightsaber. Nope, that's General Grievous. We gotta go. So the mode that we're mentioning for the uninitiated is on May the 4th, from May 4th to May 6th. May 4th being Star Wars Day. DICE, the people that made Star Wars Battlefront II from 2017, they released a game mode called Ultimate Power, which is a quote by Emperor Palpatine, where you have like near instant respawn times, lower battle points going towards heroes and I guess supporting characters. So instead of paying 4,000 battle points, which you earn by getting kills within the game, you actually have to only pay 400, which is significantly less because you could just survive for like 5 minutes and get 600 battle points. Yep. That automatically buys you a hero.
You take down 2 people and that's enough.
No, seriously though. That's like what, 900 a person.
Yeah, you take down 2 people, or you toss a grenade and get lucky. Like, okay, I'm switching.
yeah, exactly.
Or you can get into an at for only like 20
yep.
Bucks. And you're like, okay, now I'm just gonna run around in this at.
Yep, it's so cheap. It's so cheap, and in my opinion, they should have just left that game mode because that game is dying. You know, like the game was at the end of its lifespan. Last year, I was so sad when the developers came out and they announced, hey guys, we're going to stop supporting the game. This last update with Scarif is going to be the last one for the entire franchise. Thank you guys for playing. And I was like, dude, like I was about to cry. I was like, dude, this game is so fun. And I literally just started playing this like in 2020 in January. And by like May or March, they started announcing that they're winding down and their team's focusing elsewhere. And they even missed May the 4th. They didn't even have a May the 4th event last year. I was kind of upset. I gotta be real with you.
Really? Wow.
Yes. They completely missed it. And I was like, dude, what the hell? So I'm happy that this year they did it because, you know, the game went free on Epic Games Store. Everyone was like, yo, Battlefront 2 is free. So everybody started playing it. That kind of rejuvenated the game a little bit more. And, you know, the former community manager, Ben Walk, who works for DICE still, He's been the sole employee between the fans and the devs. He's the person that everyone goes to when they go to him with like concerns with the game. And obviously, like they're never gonna fix everything with the game anymore because it's winding down. Like for example, if you start the game up and you're not connected to servers, you have to press connect, which is fucking stupid.
It is. Also, there's no fix on how to because when I play,
right,
it takes,
like
it takes
JP
forever
loads
to load.
forever. Yeah, it takes forever.
It takes forever. I'm just like, come on, I just want to play.
Right, and you know, if you can't tell, guys, like JP and I, we love Star Wars, and this is like the most current game you could play to be a Star Wars fan. Like, it is the best-selling Star Wars game. And like, I'm not even talking like from a fan perspective. Like, statistically, after they changed the game because everyone was like crying about how it's all loot box based and how you have to buy heroes, it's pay to win. They changed it and things got better. People started saying it's better by word of mouth. The devs started making everything better and the game just shot up in sales. And you know, and then we had that Ultimate Power event, and I still dream about that event because it was so different and it felt fresh, you know, because we play a lot of co-op, you know, we played some Galactic Assault and some Supremacy. But man, there was nothing like going into Endor on the last level, being Luke, being Leia, with Lando, Han, Chewie, with Anakin and Obi-Wan, you know, and just going in there and just fucking destroying shit, because that was fucking awesome. It was. It should be like they should at least do at least once a month. Like have that event happen once a month. Right? Because it was like that game was on cocaine, and
you would guaranteed get me to play. Like if I heard it's the Legacy event, okay, no, I'm in. Let's play. I don't care. Let's play right now.
Yeah, I would play that like in a heartbeat because oh my god, fuck, dude. We spent on Endor, JP. Didn't we spend like 30 minutes just playing that last segment?
Mm-hmm. So, to get the point, like, oh my gosh, yeah, because there's just explosions. Oh, I'm being force choked by Vader. I'm being force pushed. Oh no, I can't move. The freaking Kylo, god damn it! And then I'm just throwing grenades as Leia, just like hit something, kill someone. Yeah, bubble shield,
right? And then you have the rebel grunts running around like, what the fuck is going on? And you have the stormtroopers like, holy shit, there's Leia, there's Luke, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like it felt because there's explosions going off everywhere. You hear force powers going off. You hear lightning going off. Like it's oh my god, it's like you were in the movies. It's just cool.
You hear the banter between everybody when they see each other.
There's just so much dialogue between characters. You're like, oh, why can't Anakin talk to Leia? Oh, that's right. They don't have any dialogue in the game. But like, that's my daughter.
Yeah, they don't really have anything to say to each other because they don't know to exist.
Right? Like, you see Anakin fighting Darth Vader. Like, yeah, kill him, Anakin. Wait a second.
You're killing his future. Wait a minute.
Don't do that.
Like time paradox right there.
Right? Or like Anakin fighting Kylo. You're like, yeah, kill him, Anakin.
You created a time paradox.
Right? Man, dude, yeah, I dream about that mode. Like, I seriously, like, I can't bring myself to play Battlefront anymore because I miss it so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so cool.
Okay. The game we play, Fall Guys.
Yeah, Fall Guys. Do you want to talk about that crazy event you did?
Oh yeah. IGN held a Fall Guys tournament to raise funds for the Stop AAPI Hate Fund. I like to say I pulled a replacement and I was asked to join like super last minute. It was a team competition where we played Fall Guys, and funny enough, I was teamed up with one of my friends, Jace the Collector. Shout out to him.
Hey.
And Earl, but I can't. I'm gonna butcher his last name. But
Balon.
Earl Balon, yes, Earl Balon, who is the voice of Jonah from the Tomb Raider, like the new Tomb Raider series, and Johnny Young, aka Crypto from Apex Legends. So, I was part of that event. We played for like 2 hours. We were able to fundraise over $19,000 for the fund. It was an amazing experience. Being like competing with people who I've looked up to when it comes to like the video game world. I played against people from like Funhouse, from like Rooster Teeth. IGN competed themselves.
Kind of Funny was there.
Kind of Funny was there, and like facing other people like Erika Ishii and others like a lot of famous like influencers and like streamers, and specifically a lot of them were of course like AAPI. So it was just a real fun event to be a part of, and I to be perfectly honest, I still can't believe I was a part of it. Just that event, like, it was just pure hype.
Yeah. And you guys had a really good team too, because you had yourself, who's pretty good at the game, Jace, who's pretty much a professional.
He's won tournaments.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I oh my god, you guys got one championship win in there, and that was awesome. And Earl, who is so genuine, he's so nice, and he's a great supporter. And then you have Johnny Young, who's a hothead who
just ensues chaos. Like,
yes,
he was ready to watch the world burn during that entire event. It was amazing.
He was a hype man. He was a chaotic player. He was so loud, but he was so entertaining, and I loved that he was on your team.
Before the stream started, we were all in our little groups on Discord, and he would jump into other groups just to intimidate. just to poke at people and stuff like that. Like, a lot of the people he knew, like a lot of the people who were competing, like, he knew. So it was like he was just poking fun at them and things like that. But yeah, right. It was. Man, yeah, that was an event. I caused a Power Ranger to almost rage.
Right, you stole a Power Ranger's tail in tail tag.
I stole Yushi Sudaro's tail in tail tag. I took an L for one of the team competitions so that my team can win, because the way the game was, we're in teams, but then we were playing Fall Guys in custom mode, and in custom mode you can't be in groups yet. Like they haven't developed that part. So I was team. My team was Team Burger, so we were all wearing burger outfits. There was a point where I forget the name of the event, the game where we had to push the ball to the very end. I was Team Red. I was the only one in Burger, Team Burger, who was in that team, and we have all at that point we've all kind of agreed. Most of the teams agreed to like take down Team Dragon.
Yes, yes.
And there were 2 members of Team Dragon on that red team, and I was just like, should I just take the L and sabotage this event? And they said yes. So instead of helping them push the ball, I was in front of the ball, so the ball wouldn't move.
Yep, you blocked it, and your team member, especially Jace, he won as blue team, and you guys got through.
And I was like, I'll take the L so that 2 members of Team Dragon won't be in it.
Right, right, crazy. One of my other favorite highlights was that Alana Pierce jumped into your guys' chat and was like, yo, you want to form an alliance? We want to fight dragons and wizards. I was like, what the fuck is this medieval shit? And that was awesome. You guys formed an alliance. I mean,
kind of.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. The alliances didn't really work. It was more of like a verbal thing that you guys didn't get it in writing, so it wasn't official.
Exactly. No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then at one point, all 4 of the burgers got in. You guys did the matching game, and you guys all won that one and kept going on. And yeah, it was awesome. It was so cool. Fall Guys, it's still a battle royale, but it's fun, and you don't get as mad. Oh, I mean, some of us get mad, but not all of us. We don't get mad.
Some of us get mad.
Some of us get mad, but JP and I don't care. We're just like, dude, this is a cute game, and we're just here for the skins and for the good time and to practice some platforming, you know?
Exactly.
Aside from Fall Guys, we are playing Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. It's like a game that inserts you into the technically first and second seasons of the anime, but also goes into the third season. And you play a character that you have to create yourself, which is fun. So it's really cool. I gotta say, like, the game feels like the anime. It feels like you're a Titan killer.
It does feel like the anime. It's amazing.
Oh my god, there's just so many badass things you can do in that game. Like, of course, you have characters like Captain Levi, and then like Sasha, and you see Eren and Armin and Mikasa. But like the stuff that your character can do that you created, it's fucking crazy.
Like the special abilities you can do and things like that. I mean, the only thing you can wish is that you yourself can turn into a Titan, but actually, I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? We haven't finished story mode. We could turn into Titans. We might be one of those people.
You know what? This game is called Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. Like, I feel like they would include that. Like, there's no way they would remove that.
Exactly. Yep.
And what a weird name for a game, by the way. So does that mean there's not going to be a third one? Because I'm kind of sad because the anime is about to be over.
Yeah, I mean, the names are weird, but I mean, you can't be as weird as like Nier.
Oh
series.
God!
Like that new one that just came out, like 1.2365. I don't even know the number.
Like, it's like Pi or something.
Yeah, and it's like, what is happening? Like, why is this a name for a video game?
Right? It's so anime, and it bothers me. But it's fine. It's so Japanese. It's and Attack on Titan 2, like the game itself is so structured Japanese wise. Like you can't play the whole story co-op unless you go to a mission in the single player mode and then request help from another player.
Yes.
It's so stupid. Like I'm glad that they have their Steam like room support. Like so if JP makes a room, I can easily like press Shift Tab, join him directly on like multiplayer only. But if you want to do the whole like storyline like co-op, you actually have to do it mission by mission and invite the person over. It's so annoying. It's so stupid.
They put it in co-op, but they put it in a way that is just you don't want to play co-op.
Yeah, it reminds you of like how Nintendo does things. It's like they're so far behind when it comes to like online stuff. I'm like, come on. And this is made by Koei Tecmo. You'd think that they would wise up, but I guess not.
Apparently not. No.
Yeah. But you know what? It's still fun. It's still a fun game. Well, I don't know what was wrong that day. We could try it again one day, JP, and see if single player works because that was really stupid.
Yeah.
But without going into too many spoilers, how far ahead are you?
In the game?
Yeah, in the game.
I think you actually you caught up.
Oh, Okay, that's
Yeah,
okay.
we're
We're not too
at
far.
I think we're at the same point, which is
Okay.
still like halfway through season 1.
Oh my god. And you're still reading or you're still watching the anime too.
Yeah, I'm currently on season 3.
Okay, so you're okay. Yeah, you're not gonna get spoiled from the game. My fear is that you'd play the game first and then beat it and be like, oh shit, I should have watched that.
Yeah.
But you're being smart.
I mean, the opening cinematic totally spoiled a character for me. So,
Yeah, see, that's the thing too. Is like there are certain elements and gameplay mechanics in the game that spoil like future series or future seasons. I'm like, dude, okay, like I get why it's there, but come on.
yeah, I was like, cowboy guy, huh? Who's
Yeah.
this?
It's
Why
like-
is he? What is that? Why is he have got? What is going on?
Yeah, what is this weapon? This weapon doesn't show up until later. Like this is really bad.
It's like, oh, this is season 3 stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like, wait, this doesn't show up until season 4.
I'm getting mad because when they revealed who the Armor Titan and the Colossal Titan were, like that's when I was that's where I was when I saw that scene. I was like, wait, what? Huh?
Oh no!
I was like, what is happening?
But then it makes so much sense. You're like, oh shit. Okay, I see now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Attack on Titan is awesome. It's dope. What about anything else that you're playing?
I am currently playing Returnal,
Returnal. Yeah.
which is when the game first got announced and I watched like the trailer and everything. They didn't show any gameplay. Had no idea what it was about. I was interested, but I was just like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna get this game like on release. And then when word got out of what it was, because the Returnal is pretty much like the best way to describe it is sci-fi Dark Souls, but with guns.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the quick like rundown of what gameplay you're expecting. And then I started watching people play it on stream, like on Twitch and stuff, and I was like, damn, this game looks stupid fun. And I ended up buying it, and yeah, I'm currently addicted to it. Like I can't wait to start playing it again. I've learned how long the game lasts. Like I know how many worlds and how many bosses there are now in the game, and I just barely scratched the surface where I am. So,
Dude, that's crazy.
plus the storyline is insane. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things that I'm confused at when it comes with the storyline, but it's a good confusion because I want to solve the mystery.
Right. Yeah. You want to continue on, and you want answers to your questions, basically.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. Without trying to spoil anything, but yeah, I just want to know more about like what is going on in this world.
Yeah. Dude. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. I was watching you play it the other day, and I was like, this game looks so cool, and it's a PS5 exclusive, right?
It is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Yep.
Yeah. So if you have a PS5, pick it up. If you're listening and you already picked it up, let us know your thoughts.
Yes. I would like to know.
Yeah, and the final game that I'm playing is called Yakuza Dead Souls. It's a interquill that takes place between 5 and 6, 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, one of those games. But anyways, it's just if Japan got raided by zombies and you're a Yakuza guy and you have to kill them. Fans of the Yakuza series, I know there's a lot of people in our audience that are fans of the Yakuza games. Yeah, it's the game sucks. I gotta say. It's not fun. The story's good-ish. The gameplay is not as good. I'm just there to say that I played it, to finish it, and stop playing it. Because while I'm having a good time talking about the game, I just don't like playing it. Yeah, you play as a bunch of different characters, and I do have a lot of questions as to why certain characters are there and what their motivations are, and we'll get to that. Once I start finishing the game, and I told Alyssa that I would tell her more about it once I get further in the game, which I have. And when she comes back, we'll talk more about it. Probably won't do a spoiler cast. We'll just talk about how I hate the game so much.
watching you stream the game, every time I watch you stream it, like there's something random or like unexpected that happens. I'm just like, why are they?
Right?
Why are they making a? Why is there zombie propaganda? Why?
Right.
Why is like this zombie talking? Like what? I don't. What?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, why is this zombie so like talkative? Why are they so like polite and
Yeah.
and verse in their conversation? Yeah, it's so like the Yakuza games are known for having a deep, serious main storyline with all the sub stories, all the side content being silly because the developers were like, we want to have something that contrasts the serious storyline, and we want to have something that is so off the beaten path. You're like, what the heck? Which works because you have all these serious characters in these like really precarious situations, either racy or comedic or sad, and it works as a gameplay style and mechanic and theme because you have all this serious thrilling content, but then you also need a break from that. So there are like full games within the Yakuza games, like there's like a full pool mini game, there's a full crane game mini game. One has go-karts that is like Mario Kart basically. There's karaoke. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, there's pachinko. There's like cards. You can play like blackjack. You can play like roulette. Yeah, it's like, and there's like there's a fighting tournament within the games too for certain titles. And they all take place over a certain time period. So like usually they take place within the time that they are released in, but in some cases they take place in the far past. So there's a couple of Yakuza games that take place in the samurai era. They still follow all the same mechanics. They're just set in the samurai era with all the main characters looking the same but playing the roles of different people. I have not been able to play these yet because all the dialogue, I'm not saying all the dialogue, but all the menus and UI, basically, it's all Japan only. And they haven't been released to the West, although people are clamoring for them. Yakuza Dead Souls is only available on the PlayStation 3. It has not been ported over because of poor sales. It is actually the game that almost killed the franchise in the United States because of how bad it did. But
snap.
yeah, and you can already tell that I hate the game, so you can, as a diehard Yakuza fan, not liking this game makes me sad because I wanted to like it. In the beginning, I thought I would, and I thought I did, but over time, I got more frustrated with it and was just like, okay, this game actually sucks. There's even a misspelling for one of the items, or for one of the ammo types. Instead of anti-material, it says anti-matrial.
Oh.
And I was like, localization team, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Were they like trying to were they getting confused between material and like materia?
I have no idea, but it's misspelled and it bothers me. So yeah, I mean, I'm having fun, but I could talk more about it next time because it gives me a headache when I think about it. Can't wait to finish it. And one final thing on gaming I want to talk about, JP, is Resident Evil 8. That game came out recently, and are you planning to get it? Are you planning to play it?
Oh, I am definitely going to be playing it. I'm going to wait till October. Like, I think I want to stream it during Halloween time.
Yes.
Plus, right now, like, everyone's playing it. So, like, it's I feel like I should just wait a little bit. But I'm definitely going to play it because I've been a fan I've been playing it since, well, I think Resident Evil 4 was the first one I've actually fully played.
Same.
I didn't like the tank controls and everything like that from the other games. Plus Resident Evil, my dad played it and it terrified me. So
oh my god,
yeah, that it scared me as a little kid. So that's why I didn't play it. But then I played 4 and I loved it. It was one of those games where I bought it on every console that known to man. And I've played every single one ever since. I played 7 in VR, which was the dumbest idea.
Oh my god,
that's
scary.
It's scary as hell, and it didn't help. Like maybe an hour and a half in, I would feel like I need to throw up.
Oh yeah, motion sickness, right? That's true.
Yeah, motion sickness would get to me, and I'm just like, oh, this is the worst. While being terrified, being chased by the dad, and things like that. It's just like, oh,
that's scary. That's so creepy.
But yeah, definitely excited for 8. I've been hearing good things. I've watched a couple people play it. I don't want to get spoiled and everything like that. I want to be chased by Lady Dimitrescu. Yeah. I'm in the same boat. I'm not gonna play it anytime soon. I'm probably gonna wait until later in the year to play it. Maybe not October, maybe before that. I just want to play it because I love the series too.
I have so many questions about why certain things are there. Like, why is Chris Redfield there? What is his goal? Because he's a fan favorite. Him and Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield. They're fan favorites. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever an old character shows up in the franchise, I'm like, okay, so what are they doing here? Like, why? What's going on? Because the Resident Evil lore is kind of confusing and can be convoluted. Because if you don't play all the games, you don't fully understand what's going on. Like, I played Resident Evil Revelations, and it kind of just goes nowhere, to be honest. But I do have a lot of questions about the game still. It was so much fun when I played it back in like 2013. So with all the mainline series, like Resident Evil is always pushing the boundary when it comes to horror mechanics. And I think the shift from 6 being third person to 7 being first person was a good move, with 7 being more focused on horror. And I heard that 8 is more focused on action and thriller than it is horror, which reminds you of like, a Van Helsing movie.
Yeah,
Of
yeah, because
anything.
you're dealing with vampires and werewolves in this new one. So
Yeah. More gothic horror, more European gothic horror, which I'm a fan of. I think it's cool.
are you gonna watch the TV show?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Why not?
It looks
What about
very. No, yeah, I'm. They sold me on it. I mean, the preview we saw, if I remember correctly, we see Leon like it's supposed to take place a couple months after the events of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, because like Leon is now the head of security for the White House or something like that.
Right.
When a zombie attack happens, so it's just. I think it could be. It looks very interesting. I think it's supposed to be like 8-hour long TV series.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
wow. That's a lot.
So, yeah, I was like, dang, that's all CGI and everything like that. Like they're putting in work.
Right. That's cool. That's awesome. So I'm guessing this takes place during the events of 5, but obviously before 6.
Yes, something like that. It has to.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm definitely down to check it out. I want to see what's happening there because it looks cool. And I like Leon. Leon's a cool character. Obviously, we both have an attachment to him because he was the main protagonist in 4, and 4 holds a special place in everybody's hearts.
Yep.
For being the one that kind of changed the franchise, I gotta say.
Hopefully, he's the survivor for Dead by Daylight when the anniversary comes out in a couple of months.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, y'all. In June, Dead by Daylight and Capcom are celebrating the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil, so there's gonna be some Resident Evil content coming to Dead by Daylight.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Me too, dude. Also, Dead by Daylight's having their 5th anniversary stream next week.
Oh, it's next week already?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to reveal. That's the reveal.
Oh, shoot. Okay, wait. Let me double confirm it's next week, or is it 2 weeks from now?
Oh, it's supposed to be in May, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is May.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, the 5th anniversary. I hope they don't do that stupid crown thing again, because that was so annoying.
They said they're bringing it back.
Okay, well.
They said they're going to bring it back. They said they're going to make it easier.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And it's going to be open for you can, they'll do it again for, the newer ones, too. So, you can get it with, the newer DLC. They have the newer license and new DLC.
Oh, okay. Because before it was if Cheryl grabbed it, she couldn't get the crown, and people are like, "You're just wasting it."
Yeah.
Okay.
Much.
Well, that's cool. So I stand corrected. May 25th is when it's gonna happen. 2 weeks from the recording of this podcast, which is a Tuesday.
Oh heck yeah! Gonna watch that.
Yes. This article from gfinityesports.com says the 5th anniversary broadcast is on May 25th. Players will see an in-depth reveal of the Resident Evil chapter, which is set to officially release sometime in June 2021. So that's exciting.
Oh.
Dude, it's got to be... The killer either has to be Lady Dimitrescu or Mr. X. Right? Those are the only humanoid ones I can think of.
They're the ones I think the most. Also, I'm hoping for Leon, but it might be Claire or there's a Jill. The Matt says a line from Resident Evil, during
Ooh.
during the original teaser when he says that they're doing something, he says a line that is specifically said by, I want to say, Claire.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just like, okay, so like that's it, that you, and then they're Dead by Daylight, they're really like, you must pay attention to their stuff, because then they give huge hints. So I
Yeah.
think it might be Claire. And then if you look at the initial photo of the teaser, it's Dead by Daylight X Resident Evil 25th anniversary. So I was like, oh, so it's Mr. X.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, seriously though, like that makes sense.
And then also people are saying it's also Lady Dimitrescu, because if you get the 5-year anniversary and you put it together, it looks like her butt.
Okay, I don't know about that, but if you're right, I'll be like, oh, dude,
okay, I would take no, because people are saying that because remember the 4-year anniversary, the number 4, it's totally Pyramid Head. Like that's the 4.
Oh,
It's totally the shape of Pyramid Head.
That's right.
So it was just like, okay, let's look at the 5. What could the 5 be? And everyone was like, it looks, if you put them together, it looks like a giant butt.
Dude, okay, yeah. That, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to do that, because they know, like, you know, people like her.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, for sure. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Cool, man. Are there any other games you want to talk about? Otherwise, we can go into news topics.
I think that's about it. Other than when are we gonna finish The Forest?
Oh yeah. So guys, JP and I have been playing The Forest with our friends, and we haven't finished it yet. Mainly because I think people got busy with life, and that totally makes sense. 2 of our squad mates got busy with other stuff in their lives, and I mean, it's nothing bad. They literally just got, like, work is crazy right now, and so like for them, like they are so busy. But I'm gonna have to push them to be like, yo, let's finish The Forest, because we haven't played this game together in a while, and I haven't seen them in a while, other than, like, you know, when I have like random conversations with them. So I need to see them. I need to say hi and see what's up. But soon, JP, we will finish The Forest. I want to. I need closure. I need closure.
We need to save Timmy.
Timmy's like 21 years old by now. He can drink. Like, it's been so many days since we've last played.
It totally has.
Like in-game days. Like, in-game days are shorter than real days, so it's been like so long. I would love to have a counter to see how many. Like, if we had like a dedicated server, I'd like to see how many days like went by when we were not there.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
But okay, cool. So our last segment, we're gonna be talking about news stuff. So the first thing on my list is going back to the Disney conversation. There's a guy who drank water out of the fountains in Disney World, and he was rating them like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And not just fountains, it was also like restaurants, tap water and stuff. And he was a Disney cast member. He was an employee of the parks. And on top of trying to drink water from the fountains and posting it on social media, for which he had 269,000 followers on TikTok, he also exposed some security flaws where he would show like the interior of like the cathedral where you can get married in Disney World. It was just unlocked. He's like, yo, they just keep this unlocked. I was reading that the park does keep it unlocked so that anyone can wander in there and check it out for themselves without a tour guide. I'm not sure how true that is. This is the word of somebody on the internet, so this could be totally wrong. So I'm, for the sake of being on the side of reason, I'm going to say that he exposed a security flaw as an employee, which you're not supposed to do. And it was disgusting because he was drinking water from the fountains in the park and showing people on social media that he was doing it. What are your thoughts on that, JP?
Why? That's my thought. Like, watching the TikTok, I'm just like, why would you just? Who in their right mind would just drink fountain water to begin with? Like,
Ugh.
Plus, then now you're gonna. I can see why Disney fired him. Like, you're gonna influence people to do the exact same thing, and then I was just like, we're in a pandemic. You don't want to be drinking water straight from the fountain. You don't know what's been there, who's been there, what, like, and things like that. Like, it's just nasty.
Yeah. Plus, these companies are putting chemicals in the water to keep it looking a certain way, and it's like, what the fuck?
Like, that water definitely has chlorine in it, and that's bad to drink. You're not supposed to drink chlorine. like all these yeah, exactly, all these chemicals that are totally like in the water, like just no. Anyone listening to this, don't. Period. Just don't.
Yeah, don't be an idiot.
You're probably gonna get kicked out too, even if you don't work there. If people see you do that, they're probably gonna get kicked out.
Right?
You do not want to go to Disney jail. You do not want to go.
Yeah. So speaking of that, you mentioned he was fired, which he was. He was let go from the company the day after he posted those videos, and he was down in downtown Disney over there or something, going to a restaurant like a couple days after he got fired, and Disney security, a Disney lawyer, and some other Disney like person came up to him, and they handed him a piece of paper that said, "You're not allowed to trespass here anymore, and you are hereby banned for life from Disney in Florida." I'm not sure if it applies to Disney parks in California, but he was banned for life from Florida Disney World, that is so sad.
I mean, to get a permanent ban to the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, like global. I would make that ban global, not just Florida, but
seriously.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, I would hate to be banned from Disneyland. Like, I don't go often, but just knowing that, like, you can't take your kids there. They're going to wonder, like, why can't dad go to Disneyland? Well, he got banned because he was drinking fountain water like an idiot.
Don't be like your dad.
yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. But the fallout was funny because a lot of theme parks started posting some memes on social media, like, our fountain water does not taste as good, but our tap water does, and they would like show a picture of like a restaurant with like the water glass.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Legoland like posted a picture of their fountains. They're like, "Hey, this isn't pretty good." Like, our tap water is not good either. Like, they would just like keep responding to each other. It was hilarious.
Oh my! I mean, Lego, it's okay to go.
Apparently Legoland also banned him for life. A bunch of theme parks down there also banned him. Yeah,
that sucks.
Word got out, and he was banned for life from all the theme parks.
I
mean, imagine being banned from Knott's Berry Farm. Like, you're like, even Knott's Berry Farm doesn't want you. Like, that sucks. But yeah, so as a Disney fan, I thought you'd get a kick out of that, JP.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
People are just dumb.
Right? Florida, am I right? So the last couple bits of news I have are that the Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes out this Friday, May 14th, as of the recording of this podcast, and which is a collection of the first 3 Mass Effect games. Have you played these before?
Yes, I have played them multiple times.
Okay, yeah. Friend of the show, DJB, was also saying that he's so hyped for it. He was recommending me play it. I'm gonna get it. I've never played these games before. I am excited and I'm hyped to play them.
Heck yeah!
This is the perfect time to play them.
You're streaming these, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Why not?
Oh heck yeah! Yeah, because
why not?
The part that excites me a lot too is that they went back and kind of redid some parts of the first Mass Effect for like major quality of life improvements.
Ooh.
So that's the part I'm excited for, because when I heard they're bringing it back, I was like, I don't know if I want to play the first Mass Effect because I didn't really like the gameplay. But from what I heard, what they are doing to improve the quality of life makes me want to go back and try it. So I definitely eventually I'm gonna totally get this edition. I heard also that there's only one DLC they couldn't bring in because it was like so old that they couldn't like bring it back, or like they lost the original like plan, like they lost the original data of that DLC, so that's why it's not in there. Yeah, so but from what I heard, like if I remember correctly, the one that they said they couldn't bring back, it doesn't really add that much to the world itself, so I'm actually fine with that.
Okay.
I'm just like, and then the fact that they're bringing back the last DLC, which was totally like it was totally like, oh yeah, hey, we're done with the series, let's just give you something you all wanted, and they did it, and it was like, oh, okay, this is totally fan service.
Right, right.
Like it's a
Yeah.
pure fan service moment, but I was like, okay, sure, we'll let this happen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like yeah.
I'm excited that you're gonna play it. I'm excited to
Thank
see
you.
your decision making and like who your shepherd's gonna be.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I know nothing about the game. I know my brother is a fan. And I don't want to ask him for advice because I just want to go in there blind and just play it and just see what happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can't wait. To
I'm
watch
hyped for it. Thanks, man. Are you going to be playing and streaming it as well?
I eventually. I don't think I'll be picking up this weekend because I
Okay.
want to definitely want to finish Returnal.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I definitely want to finish that. It's gonna take me
I
a while.
want to. Yeah, I want to keep watching you play it. And you had a mishap, a small mishap happen. So, right, you have to fix that.
An hour long like run, and I lost it. Like the game crashed on me. So I'm just like, I wasn't pissed off. I was more like, okay, I'm just gonna do better.
Yeah. Use that energy, fuel that energy.
Exactly. Yeah, like let it flow through you.
Shout out to Star Wars. And the last piece of news I have is there's a game that fans of this podcast will know called Lost Judgment, which is a sequel to Judgment that is coming out on September 24th, 2021. Judgment, JP, is a spin-off, actually, of the Yakuza franchise. It takes place in the same universe, in the same world, but it features a different set of characters and has a different gameplay mechanic. So instead of playing as a big burly Yakuza guy, you actually play as a skinny detective who runs his own little private investigative unit. And he has a best friend who was a former Yakuza member, so he talks and acts like one, but he's not in the Yakuza. He just helps you out on your detective cases. So you get a little bit of Phoenix Wright, a little bit of Professor Layton, a little bit of detective work in there overall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like it has no connection to the Yakuza games other than being set in the same universe. So the first game takes place in Tokyo, in Kamurocho, which is the exact area that the Yakuza games take place. And the second one, Lost Judgment, is coming out. That is coming out this year. Takes place in Yokohama, which is south of Tokyo, bordering the coast. One of my favorite places to visit. It looks like it's going to be a bigger world than the same area that was also featured in Yakuza 7. So fans of the series know that Judgment is keeping the brawler style that the Yakuza games were known for, because the Yakuza franchise has shifted, as of 7, the latest entry in the series, to a JRPG aspect. It looks like Judgment's going to keep the brawler aspect so that fans that miss the brawler gameplay can just play Lost Judgment. Lost Judgment looks like it's going to have skateboarding, which is kind of interesting. It's going to have... it's going to feature a high school, which I think is where the mysteries are all going to take place. Apparently, you can like slap kids. I mean, you can like you beat up kids. I don't know what the context is there. I didn't see any gameplay on it. Someone in the Discord here mentioned it. I think it was Dave97 who was like, you could beat up kids or like slap kids. I was like, what? That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. But JP, if you have a chance, I encourage you to play it at any point. You won't be spoiled for any Yakuza games, past or future, because you don't meet any characters from the Yakuza franchise, which is a good thing.
I was about to ask, like, if there's like cameo from like do you see anyone from the other Yakuza games?
No, you don't, which is kind of a good thing because that means it's self-contained. But it would have been nice to see something to connect the threads, but after playing Judgment, that game is so far removed from the stuff that's happening in the Yakuza games that I totally understand them not like crossing paths with any of the characters. I mean, the only things would be shops and place like stores and certain landmarks that might be spoilerish. But since you haven't played the Yakuza games, you don't know what they are, and it doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll add it to my long list.
I know, right? You have a lot of games you want to get through. So, like, Judgment is definitely one I recommend. The first one, I think it's out on PS5, or maybe in the future it will be, but it's definitely out on PS4.
It's on PS4.
That's where I played. Yeah, that's where I played it. So that's coming out. The sequel, Lost Judgment, is coming out in September. I'm hyped for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Random aside, the Yakuza games don't really they aren't really known for releasing like special editions of their games. However, Yakuza 6 did come out with a super premium edition called the After Hours Premium Edition, and it came with 2 whiskey glasses, 2 ice stones, 2 coasters, an art book, and of course the game itself. That is the only special edition of a game I've ever bought. So I'm hoping that in the future, Yakuza or Lost Judgment will have a special edition version, because I would totally buy it because I love the series. So here's to hoping.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm not one for like collecting statues or figures, but if it came with one, I wouldn't mind because I love the series so much. But yeah, that's it for news. We're gonna close up shop here. So Mr. JP, would you please enlighten our audience as to where they can find more of you, where they can hear more of your voice and see you?
Yeah, so I am like what Jeremy was saying. That's the first time I said your name. It's weird.
It's okay.
Like you can find me on all social medias, Jiro_Moriarty, like Jiro, like the guy who dreams of sushi, _ Moriarty, Sherlock Holmes, ultimate nemesis. On all me, I'm like, I think I got everything on like Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok. Don't go on my TikTok. I don't really do anything on TikTok anymore. I'm just there for the lulz. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Yeah, guys. So we will be posting all the links to his socials in the description of wherever this podcast is hosted. You can click those links, follow him. Please do. He streams Mondays, Tuesdays.
Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I play D&D on Thursdays, so I don't stream. And then Friday to Sunday, if I feel like it.
Yeah, there you go. On occasion.
Yeah.
So please, guys, give him a follow. Say what's up. He's now part of the Discord community and Downtime. So if you have any questions for him, you can reach out to him directly if you wanted to, or just say what's up. Yeah, and so the rest of the housekeeping stuff on our end, if you would like to send us a comment or question, you can go to our website, www.downtime.live. You can send us a comment or question this way by clicking on the contact form. You can also send us an email the old-fashioned way directly by sending us an email at contact@downtime.live. Again, that's contact@downtime.live. You can leave us a comment wherever this podcast is hosted. YouTube is a popular one where people will just leave comments. We'll read any of those comments on the podcast. You can leave us on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We'll read that on our podcast as well. I think we're still 5 out of 5, which is good. You can also find us on Podbean. We are now on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. We are on Twitter as at Downtime.Live. We also have a Twitch that we don't really use. And if you'd like to communicate with us in real time, you can always click on the community button on our website. That'll take you to a link to join our Discord. You can also find the link to this Discord wherever that this podcast is hosted that allows links to be clickable. Please check us out there. And I can also be proud to say that we are now on Amazon Music as of a few days ago, which I did not realize. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. We're also on Podbase and Steam. If you guys want to join our Steam group, all the links to that are in our Discord as well as in the description of the podcast. If it's not in the description of the podcast, it's on our Discord. So I'm forcing you guys to join the Discord to find the links. That is it. Again, guys, please follow JP. He goes by Jiro Moriarty or just Jiro online. All of his links, again, will be in the description of wherever this podcast is hosted. JP, thank you so much for joining the podcast. This is a blast.
Of course, I had a really fun time.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
wait to do more of these. If
I'll have you on again. It will happen.
I don't want to self-invite.
No. I'm inviting you right now. This is happening live. I need more guests to fill out the rest of the roster because Alyssa probably won't be back for a while. So I'll reach out to you and we'll schedule a date again because I'd love to have you on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks again for joining. This has been podcast 165. See you guys next time.